In this video, we are going to see the exothermic and endothermic reactions. Simple definitions of exothermic and endothermic that we'll be seeing first, and then through graphs, their respective graphs, we will try to distinguish between the two reactions. So let us see the simple definition. Here, the term exo means out. So a reaction that proceeds by releasing energy, that is called an exothermic reaction. Then what is an endothermic reaction? Endo means in. So the reaction that proceeds by absorbing energy, that is called an endothermic reaction. Now for this, to understand, let us take some example. Here I have A plus B giving product. Now if you see here, if I write here delta H, this value, if I mention this as positive, any value which is positive, then the reaction can be classified under endothermic reaction. But if the same is marked as negative, then the reaction is exothermic in nature. Now here, what should be the enthalpies of the reactants and that of the products? For that, let us take help of a graph. So students, the first graph what we'll be plotting here is for exothermic reaction, and the second graph what I will be plotting is for endothermic reaction. Now what is the difference between the two? For that, here on the y-axis, we usually consider potential energy. Now the question is, why we consider potential energy on the y-axis? Whenever an exo or an endothermic reaction takes place, the initial old bonds they are broken and new bonds they are formed. Or the old bonds they are broken and the reaction proceeds with the release or absorbing the energy. So any energy which is related to bond formation and bond breaking, it is called as the potential energy. And therefore on the y-axis, we plot potential energy. Now what you will write on the x-axis, here usually we write the reaction coordinate. Instead reaction coordinate, you can write there reaction progression. So same I will be writing here, that is potential energy and reaction coordinate. Now for exothermic reaction, let us see how to draw this. So for exothermic, you will start from a higher level, go to the activation energy and then come to the lower end. Now you know that this is the enthalpy of the reactant. I am marking it as HR, and this is the enthalpy of the product. Now if I want to show here, this should be something, the graph will be, I can plot in this way. This is the enthalpy of the reactant and enthalpy of the product. Now, if you want to understand the graph, you know that this is the beginning point, that is 0. As I move up, the value must be high. So, if I see here, the enthalpy of reactant is more than the enthalpy of product. This can be the first point of difference between exo and endo. If I see here, the enthalpy of the reactant is less than the enthalpy of the product. Students, you know that lower the energy, more is the stability. What I mean is, any system, any reaction, any atom or a molecule, when it is in its lower energy state, then its stability is more as compared to higher energies. So if I see the 2 points what I have written here, the enthalpy of product is less as compared to that of reactant. So the second point here is products are more stable in an exothermic reaction, while here the reactants are more stable. So this is the second point of difference between the two. Now, if you see this exo and endo, the 2 points we have plotted. Now, if you see this marking, if I try to see the difference between the enthalpies here, I will just extend this. So, this is the point and this is the point. Now, this difference, that is delta H, is equal to, as here we said that enthalpy of reactant is more, means this value is more. So what is delta H is equal to, student? Delta H is always equal to enthalpy of the product minus enthalpy of the reactants. So if I try to calculate here, it will be, if you see this, HP, that is enthalpy of the product, is less, and therefore this will be a negative value. While if I try to extrapolate this, and this here, this delta H value is positive. So this is what we have mentioned here, why it is positive and negative. So what will be your third point of difference between endo and exo is here, if you see delta H is negative value, while here delta H is a positive value for endothermic reaction. Now students, let us take some examples and try to signify and try to correlate what the points of difference by taking some example. For this, I am taking an example. Say for example, the first example is 2 KClO3 gives 2 KCl plus O2. Here, the formation energy or the reaction enthalpy is minus 78 kJ. So if I see this value, it's with a negative sign, means the reaction is exothermic in nature. When I say it is exothermic in nature, then what will be stable, student? Products will be stable. So what is the meaning or what the value signifies here is the reaction must proceed with the release of 78 kJ of energy. When it releases 78 kJ of energy, the products which are formed here, they are stable. Means the forward reaction is favored. Similarly, we can take one more example here, and that is N2 plus O2 gives 2NO2 gas. If I see the enthalpy for this is 66.4 kJ. If you see the value this is with a positive sign. What this positive sign indicates that the reaction is endothermic in nature, means what, student? Formation of this NO2 is not favored, means those are more stable as compared to this. Means the reactants, they are more stable as compared to the products. So this is all about exo and endothermic reaction. By seeing the signs of delta H, you can predict whether the reaction is endo or exothermic in nature. And by the graphs, we can make out the points of difference between the two. So this is about the endo and exothermic reactions. I hope you have understood the concept. So please do share maximum with your friends and don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you, students.